A very good morning to all our Sports Today family members. And yesterday we saw the Shashank Redemption. I mean, it's a pun on the Shashank Redemption, but Shashank Singh, for all the toil that he has undergone and for all the efforts that he has undergone and the trauma that he underwent in the IPL auction, to put on an effort of batting along with Ashutosh Sharma, two newbies in the Indian domestic circuit, gave Punjab Kings a victory. In fact, they made Punjab the kings of Gujarat in the Narendra Modi Stadium. Such was the magnificent effort that they put in. And Shashank Singh, there is a story more than his mistaken identity crisis that happened at the auction. I mean, that auction was really, really embarrassing for Shashank Singh in more ways than one. Because in the IPL auction, this is the story. There were two Indians named Shashank Singh in that list. One was a 32-year-old, one was a 20-year-old. Punjab Kings wanted a 20-year-old, but they got a 32-year-old. And that is what they argued at this point in time. And many felt that maybe Shashank Singh was not wanted. Punjab Kings had to issue an official statement. And because of that, Shashank Singh then came out and said, "Don't worry, it is all right. I'm looking forward to contributing in the rest of the season." He has contributed in a big way. And Shashank Singh, if you have to look at it from Mumbai to railways to Chhattisgarh, that has been his journeyman career when you look at Indian cricket. Chhattisgarh, he got a lot more opportunity, Shashank Singh, and because of that, he has put on a good show. Even in the IPL, he's an IPL legend also. You know why? He's played for three teams. You would not know it because he hardly played for them. Delhi Capitals, Delhi Daredevils at that point. Then he played for Sunrisers Hyderabad also. But in 2023, he didn't get any kind of a team. And in 2024, he got Punjab Kings, but unfortunately, that was a mistaken identity crisis in that sense. You would remember his period in the Sunrisers Hyderabad team because he hit a 8 ball 25, and that included three back to back sixes of Lockie Ferguson. But unfortunately, what happened after that was he didn't get a single game. Sunrisers Hyderabad did not back him at all. And because of this, Shashank Singh ensured that he had to capitalize when the chips were down against the Gujarat Titans. Now, Gujarat Titans, if you look at it, they were kind of hamstrung by their tactics. I mean, Shubman Gill himself admitted that is the beauty of the IPL. But then he also said that yes, some catches didn't go our way, and also the field placements, some of them were a bit dodgy, and that is why Shashank Singh, look at the way how he targeted. He was beaten by a Noor Ahmed Googly, and then he decided, I will swing, and that too calculated hitting. And Shashank Singh managed to ensure that he targeted Noor, he targeted Rashid, he targeted Mohit Sharma. Three of the best GT bowlers that were there at this point. And that's why this knock of Shashank Singh combined with Ashutosh Sharma. Now, even Ashutosh Sharma was bought in by the Punjab Kings due to his power hitting. Ashutosh Sharma is one individual who plays for the Railways, and he has a strike rate of 197 in T20, in local T20s. It is because of this combination of power hitting and consistency. Lower down the order, if you look at it, that Punjab Kings managed to chase down 200. It is the most successful chase in IPL 2024 so far. Ashutosh Sharma, hailing from Ratlam, I'll be doing a special profile on both Shashank Singh and Ashutosh Sharma. I mean, who are they? Where do they come from? And what has been their contribution so far in Indian cricket? So that is why it is an excellent, excellent situation that both Ashutosh Sharma and Shashank Singh are in at this point. But you have to give them time because this was just one game. On the basis of one game, we can't judge them as to how they will be, how that will be. Now, why aren't many people trending, oh, Ashutosh Sharma for T20 World Cup? How Shashank Singh T20 World Cup? Why aren't they trending that? Why only a bowler is trending? Because that is the need of the hour at this point. And it is according to this need of the hour that one particular former cricketer has said there is no place for Shubman Gill and there is no place for Rishabh Pant in the T20 World Cup. Now, Simon Dool is the person who has done that. Simon Dool, during one of his analysis with Crickbuzz, he said that Rishabh Pant and Shubman Gill do not make it to the T20 World Cup. He had one very interesting thing to say about Rishabh Pant though. Rishabh Pant, according to him, he still believes that his hitting is one dimensional. It is only towards the leg side, and he still hasn't translated his test form into T20I form. And it is because of this particular reason that many people are wondering whether Rishabh Pant should go. Okay, he's at two consecutive 50s. I mean, one against Chennai Super Kings and now against the Kolkata Knight Riders. But Simon Dool does have a bit of a point, because if you looked at the way how he was hitting, it was all on the onside. It was predominantly leg side. Better bowlers will bowl him wide outside off, and that's why he could get into trouble in the T20I format. So that is the way when you look at it. Rishabh Pant, kind of, see, we have always attached the EQ quotient in front of him. The emotional quotient factor of Rishabh Pant makes it kind of okay. If he does well in the IPL, he should make it, and that's why emotions might override logic at this point. Shubman Gill also at this point. In that top order, how are you going to ensure that he makes it? Shubman Gill at this point, whether a Yashasvi Jaiswal will be playing or whether he won't be playing. Yesterday I had said that Shubman Gill might play as an opener. But then there is a problem even in that also, because Yashasvi Jaiswal as a left-handed batter, he will give that variety. But we all know that numbers at that particular IPL edition make him a fast-track entrant into the IPL team, into the World Cup squad or any kind of squad. So because of this, Shubman Gill at this point as an opener is doing better than what Yashasvi Jaiswal is doing at this point. Yashasvi Jaiswal, unfortunately, in the 3 games, he's tapered off. And Yashasvi Jaiswal, it's tapering off at the worst possible time for him. Shubman Gill, on the other hand, he's peaking at the right time. So Rohit and Virat will be your number 1 and number 3. There are 2 slots basically, wicket keeper bat, and also if you look at it, an opener slot, one of the opening slot. In that, you have a Shubman Gill, you have a Yashasvi Jaiswal. A left field selection, primarily an Ishan Kishan, but Ishan Kishan doesn't have a central contract, and so far in the 3 games, he's not set the stage on fire. Now, if you have to ensure that Shubman Gill plays, it will be grave injustice to Yashasvi Jaiswal for all the hard work he's put in for 1.5 years. He's been a beast in all formats. Why would you then want to dump a Yashasvi Jaiswal just because a Shubman Gill is performing well? Sure, Shubman Gill and Yashasvi Jaiswal will both be there in the squad of 15. There is no surprises in that. But who starts in the playing 11? That is a major question. And if you have a Yashasvi Jaiswal in the top order, you have the novelty factor of a left-hander. Think of the times when India has kind of done well at the top. You had a Shikhar Dhawan. He's a left-hander. He's always done well in major ICC events. A left-hander has always given an X factor to various teams in various ICC competitions. Look at 2023. Who was the difference maker? A certain Travis Head. And who is Travis Head? A left-hander. A left-hander adds that vitality factor, and that's why it's a close tussle between Shubman Gill and Yashasvi Jaiswal at this point. But according to Simon Dool, Rishabh Pant or Yashasvi Jaiswal both do not make it in the ICC T20 World Cup squad. At this point, Pant may be ahead in the reckoning. But already you've had a Jitesh, you had a Sanju, you had a, if you look at it, Rishabh Pant. Sometimes you have to look beyond 50s in that sense, beyond runs in that sense. Impact is much more of a key. Impact is a very subjective metrics at this point in time. At number 5, at number 6, are you looking for 50s? You are looking at strike rate and impact. And because of that, if Rishabh Pant hits a 20 run of 8 balls, why not? Why can't he be picked? That is the key that we are looking at this point. So, Shashank Singh and Ashutosh Sharma, I'll be doing a special profile on them when it comes to how their journey has been. Ashutosh Sharma in particular, railways. That's why whenever he contributes for railways, it always flies under the radar. And that is why it's going to be a big thing indeed. And let us move to other sports at this point in time. Some interesting news from badminton. Satvik Sairaj, Ranki Reddy and Chirag Shetty will not be playing in the Badminton Asia Championships because Satvik Sairaj is nursing an injured shoulder. Now that is a bit of a concern, but Satvik Sairaj, Ranki Reddy and Chirag Shetty, they want to be ready for the Thomas Cup that will begin from April 27th in Chengdu. India are the defending champions, but they are now in a tough group if you look at it, because they are facing Indonesia, and they are also facing Thailand. Now, those are the two teams that have always managed to trouble India on a consistent basis on the world stage. Now, the Thomas Cup has been decided, but on the Uber Cup, if you look at it, PV Sindhu has opted out of the Uber Cup, and that is why India, when they are sending their contingent for the Uber Cup, that is a really, really bad situation that is there for them. So, big injury blow for Satvik Sairaj Reddy not playing in the Badminton Asia Championships, so they won't be able to defend their title. But Sindhu pulling out of the Uber Cup is a big, big blow. Anyway, India have never done well in the Uber Cup. India, the men's team, have done well in the Thomas Cup. So then let's see how that pans out. Now, when it comes to doping in sport, India has been found as one of the worst offenders ever since 2022. 2022, if you look at the number of doping cases, looking at the number of athletes that have been suspended, India has topped the list. And this is a very serious situation that is brewing in Indian sport. There is an undercurrent wherein doping is being required. I mean, even Adil Sumariwala, in one of the videos that I have done, Adil Sumariwala, the AFI chief, has stated that as far as doping is concerned, when it comes to the grassroots level, it cannot be controlled, because coaches insist on using these kind of methods to get quick results. Now, in the quest for quick results, the rules are being bent, and because of that, it is an unfortunate situation that is brewing at this point in time when it comes to Indian doping. Worst offender, if you look at it in the last 2 years, Russia has anyway not been considered because it's already been suspended by the International Olympic Council. And whether they will be playing under the flag this time around in 2024 remains to be seen, because not just doping, Russia's invasion of Ukraine has ensured that yes, maybe they can't play under their flag. So that is the situation. And yesterday, or maybe today morning at 5 a.m., if you looked at it, the first round of the candidates chess tournament ended. And boy, oh boy, did we have a solid beginning. Vidit Gujarati drew with D. Gukesh. It was a solid end game. They just wanted to get into the groove. And because of that, Vidit Gujarati drew with Dommaraju Gukesh in the opening game. Same with Koneru Hampi and Vaishali Ramesh Babu. Both played very solid middle games, and that is why their game also ended in a draw. But Ramesh Babu Pragnananda, he would count himself very unlucky to have squandered a golden chance against Ali Reza Firoza. In a 51 move game, Ali Reza Firoza and Pragnananda were really giving it their all. Ali Reza blundered, but unfortunately Pragnananda couldn't capitalize on it, and that's why the game ended in a draw. Out of all the games that happened yesterday, out of the 8 games that happened in the women and the open category, only one got a result, and that was China's Tang Zhongyi. She managed to beat her Chinese opponent, and because of that, it was an attritional day one at the candidates chess tournament. Now, Magnus Carlsen in an interview has stated that yes, these are my contenders for the candidates title. He's given only Pragnananda a chance. Vidit and Gukesh, they said yes, they might fare a bit badly because of big game pressure. Psychologically, they may not be up there. Pressure might get to them. But Pragnananda has a very good chance among the Indian contingent to do well. Carlsen also stated that maybe the likes of Fabiano Caruana and also Hikaru Nakamura, they will be the contenders to look forward to. They might do very, very well. In fact, Nakamura and Caruana are predicted to be one of the favorites in the candidates. So that is why it is a big, big day indeed. And today, you are going to see once again at 12 a.m., India once again trying to put up a show. You got Gukesh taking on Pragnananda, but Vidit Gujarati faces a tough challenge in Hikaru Nakamura. And if they can manage to hold all of them for a draw, and if they can get them to a win, then India will have a really good contingent going at this point in time. 5 Indians in the candidates. It's a situation that has never cropped up in history. So the chances of creating history for Team India are about 40%. One of the Indians can challenge Ding Lijian, but then they'll have to go through an incredibly tough field. There is Caruana, there is Nakamura, there is Yan Nepomniachtchi also. All of these 3 are excellent players. So that's why Gukesh, Pragnananda and Vidit have a great challenge lined up. And also, if you look at it, Koneru, Hampi, and Vaishali, the women's field is wide open at this point. So that's why if anybody can beat Tangzongi, it can be these two. So that's why good results coming up from the candidates on day one, and let's see how they fare up on day two as well. So that's the current situation that we are looking at. And as far as I'll take some comments are concerned, Simon, sports fan Simon Dool always speaks the truth. He also criticized fans' mad behavior on Dhoni now, despite losing match. I mean, see, as a sports fan, I do agree. When the match was lost, MS Dhoni was just in beast mode. I agree upon that particular fact. And let us be very honest about it. Dhoni, the match winner, it's happened in the past, but his mojo is also on the wane. I mean, he tried to take the game deep against Rajasthan Royals last year, but he failed, unfortunately, in that. His powers have waned. I mean, you have to accept that one thing. Sure, he hit sixes, he hit everything, but the game was already lost at that time against the Delhi Capitals. His knock only ensured that collateral damage was less. He managed to ensure that Chennai Super Kings did not suffer a massive, massive loss in that sense. So kudos to MS Dhoni for that knock. But yes, you shouldn't go over the top. I mean, there are two instances of fans and most of the media people going over the top. The 42-year-old taking a catch, and also this knock that happened. But unfortunately, that is the thing. Whenever it is anything to do with MS Dhoni, these kind of things will happen in that sense. Hi, Sid sir, KK, hi. Why we even considering Pant? He smashed Venki on absolute highway. Shub is playing old template. India doesn't need it. Also, Shub is going to struggle on sluggish pitch as well. See, there is a fair amount of thing that yes, Shuman Gill might struggle in that. Rishabh Pant, and as I said, Pant has the EQ quotient attached to it. But unfortunately, at this time, Jitesh and Sanju are also not performing. So what do you do then? If Pant, suppose, has a good IPL of, say, average of 35 at a strike rate of 150, will you or will you not take him? That's the thing. So, yes, many people are still not going to be a fan of it because Pant coming back, he will struggle on those pitches. And even if you look at it, Shubman Gill might also struggle. But Shubman Gill has shown an improvement in sluggish conditions in the past 2 months. Different formats, agreed. Tougher tests await him. Let us wait and watch until April end because that's when the squad will be announced. Shreyansh Puri, so as a Hyderabad fan, what's the case of Hasaranga? We badly need him in place of Markram. Shreyansh, I've got bad news for you. Vanindu Hasaranga may not be playing the entire IPL because his injury to his heel, it's not healing. And because of that, Vanindu Hasaranga might mostly be missing the entire IPL. So you'll have to go with that at this point. Sports fan, Sid, what are your prediction candidates? Candidates, it's a tough one, sports fan. I mean, if you look at it, Pragnananda has a good chance, but he's facing up against the likes of Nepomniachtchi, Caruana, and Nakamura. And for Nepomniachtchi, let me tell you, he's a candidate's legend if you look at it. He's participated twice in that, has had very good results. So that is why he won the candidate so that he could challenge Magnus Carlsen in that sense. But when Carlsen withdrew, Ding Lijen came up, and that's why Nepomniachtchi has played in the World Championship, so he's a good contender. Pragnananda will really have to put on a good show along with Vidit and Gukesh. One round is over. There's still 13 rounds left. Let's see how that pans out then. I watch every show on this channel. Good going. Hope you guys reach 400k by this month only. Mayank Madan, we hope so. But then I also would like our fans to show a lot of love to the other sports that we do because we try to live up to the moniker of sports today. We cover all the other sports. We have done chess videos. I've done interviews on javelin, over long distance running. We want you to ensure that you give love to all the sports that we cover and not just cricket at this point. Srivatsa Vinjamuru saying, Shubman and VK have same approach and technique to in T20s. Shubman is like VK in 2016. That is the only difference. That is the thing. So that's why there's going to be a lot of debate upon it, Srivatsa. I mean, with Rohit and VK coming, let's be very honest about it, the situation's gotten complicated. Feel for Mayank Madan, feel for Harshit Bhaiya. Manchester United also lost last night against Chelsea, again supported by Shane. I mean, Shane does have the mojo over Harshit. I mean, KKR absolutely decimated Delhi Capitals, but it was an epic, epic fight. Yes, Manchester United versus Chelsea. In the 101st minute, Chelsea scored and 4-3. It was an epic Premier League encounter. Chelsea winning 4-3 against Manchester United in a game that flip-flopped on so many occasions. And that's why, yes, it's not a good time to be Harshit because he lost to Manchester United. His team lost at this point. And so should this be the most competitive World Cup ever? Maybe this can be the most competitive World Cup ever. It will be interesting. But India, are they one of the favorites? They're slightly behind the curve in T20 cricket. Who are the bowlers for WC T20? See, Jasprit Bumrah is there, Shreyansh. I would say Avesh Khan, looking at it, is a good option. Mohammad Siraj, yes, he's not in good form in the IPL, but will you not play him? Arshdeep is there as a backup, so let's see how that happens at this point. And I think Shane using reverse jinx for KKR. KK, you saw through it. I also saw through it. So yes, it is true. Yeah, due to format, it is most competitive. KK, yes. Shreyansh Sharma, do you see India having a chance in WCT20 USA? I've put them there as one of the semi-finalists, but it's an outside chance for me, honestly, Shreyansh. But if they win, nothing like it going wrong. KK, I agree with you, sir, but this IPL can't be the litmus test due to new rule inclusion, two bouncer as an impact rule. You're right, KK, but we all know now the Indian cricket fan and the Indian cricket selection dynamic, how it works. This is the benchmark, always. And I've always been pointing it out. IPL can't be the benchmark, but yet I get a lot of abuse because you're saying you don't value the IPL at this point. But you haven't won any T20 World Cup ever since the IPL came up. It's the bitter truth. So in that way, there's a lot of things to look forward to at this Friday evening. I'll be giving you two profiles. I'll also be telling you the candidates' chances, what Magnus Carlsen has said. I'll also be doing a special video on the doping thing that's happened. It's very shocking when it comes to Indian sport at this point in time. So thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this live. We'll be back with more updates on sports today. Tap the bell icon so you know when we go live. And don't forget, we're on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram as well. Bye-bye.